The Eurogamer incident. KSI was just 19 years old when this happened. His channel had exploded past 1 million subscribers through FIFA videos, major brands like Razer were inviting him to events, Microsoft was interested, and he was one of the fastest growing British YouTubers. During the Eurogamer Expo at Earl's Court in London, he filmed a video that would become one of the biggest controversies of his career. In the now deleted video, KSI approached female staff members, not to discuss games, but to ask inappropriate questions. He asked one woman what her favorite STI was.
Alright, so what's your favorite STD?
Oh, definitely chlamydia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's because you already have it.
Questioned another about the size of her breasts while staring at her chest.
Hey guys, you're working Solid GWT, and today I'm with massive tits. How you doing?
Alright, thanks.
Where have your tits gone?
Where have they gone?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because I can't see them.
And motorboated a spokesmodel named Brandy Brewer, who later confirmed on Twitter that she had consented and viewed it as comedy.
Can I motorboat you?
Yeah?
Really? Right now?
Yeah? How was that?
Not big enough.
However, not every woman in the video had agreed to participate. Several were simply doing their jobs when they were unexpectedly turned into part of a sexualized YouTube video.
What are you doing not fingering yourself?
Pardon?
What?
What the fuck?
I'm being nice to you.
One woman ended the interview and walked away looking visibly uncomfortable, yet the video remained on KSI's channel as entertainment. What made the situation worse was that KSI was no longer just a teenager making videos in his bedroom. He already had major brand partnerships and millions of young viewers who looked up to him. He used that platform to treat women working at a professional gaming event as props for content, including a Mountain Dew promoter whose appearance he mocked, and attendees who clearly did not want to be involved. The backlash was immediate. Eurogamer permanently banned KSI from all future events. Razer publicly distanced itself from him, and Microsoft ended its relationship with him, stating that his behavior did not represent the company's values. Losing a Microsoft partnership at just 19 years old was a major setback, and showed how seriously the industry viewed the incident. KSI stayed silent while his manager released an apology, saying sexism was not something he condoned, and that this type of content would not be repeated. The apology referred to it as content of the past, even though the video had only been uploaded days earlier. KSI himself did not publicly address the incident until 2017, when he uploaded reacting to sexual harassment. Looking back at the footage, he admitted it was bad and said he couldn't believe people had enjoyed it. However, he also explained his behavior by saying,
I guess that's misogyny number one. Actually, real quick, what the fuck is on my head? God, I was such a virgin. Funny thing is, I was actually a virgin at the time of this video.
Framing it as a lack of sexual experience, rather than acknowledging why the women involved felt uncomfortable. The rape face era. After the Eurogamer controversy, many expected KSI to change. Instead, he continued making similar content. The incident was not an isolated mistake, but part of a broader pattern that had already existed in his videos. KSI created a recurring gag he called the rape face, his own name for it. The joke involved turning to the camera and shouting phrases like, "You're getting raped today."
You're getting raped today? LOL!
It became a regular feature of his early content and was embraced by many fans as a catchphrase. For years, YouTube and advertisers took no action, and the videos remained online without consequences. The backlash finally came in 2015, when the End Violence Against Women publicly criticized his videos for trivializing rape and contributing to a culture where sexual violence is not taken seriously. The organization urged YouTube and advertisers to reconsider supporting his content. The criticism was picked up by major UK outlets, turning the issue from YouTube drama into a national discussion. As more of KSI's past content resurfaced, additional controversies emerged. In a 2014 video, he repeatedly called a page 3 model a while discussing her sex life. In another deleted video, he made graphic sexual comments about Casper Lee's sister Theodora, despite her having no connection to YouTube.
You have a sister, Casper? What's her name?
Her name is Theodora.
Sidora?
Theodora.
Like Dora the Explorer?
Kind of, except with Theo.
Because I'm gonna explore her Jesus. She's gonna watch this And she's gonna be like, you know what? I need a bit of black. I need that black all up inside my veins.
KSI also drew criticism after openly talking about wanting to sleep with Zoella while sitting beside her boyfriend Joe Sugg.
Describe Zoella in one word.
Okay, one word. Describe my sister. How are you describing her? 3, 2, 1, go.
Bangable. Yo, that's a compliment though.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many guys who would destroy her. And then Alfie's the one plowing your sister.
Alfie.
Just...
KSI's team responded by saying he had made mistakes as a teenager and had already apologized. However, critics pointed out that much of the controversial content was created between 2012 and 2014, when he was already an adult with millions of subscribers and major brand partnerships. They argued the content did not stop because of personal growth, but because pressure from women's organizations and national media made it increasingly difficult to continue. The crypto pump and dump. By 2021, many influencers were promoting cryptocurrencies to their audiences, and KSI became involved as well. Critics later accused him of using his massive platform to boost crypto tokens before selling his own holdings for profit.
Yesterday, he accidentally exposed the pump and dump crypto scams that he promoted. They've been hidden for 2 years, but only came out when KSI logged back into his old Twitter account, saying, "Does this still work?" Now, if you didn't know, this is KSI's crypto account where he used to talk about crypto coins he liked, but he messed up, because one investigator has been waiting for him to return to the scene of the crime. And that person is not me. It's Zach XBT.
The allegations became one of the most high-profile crypto controversies involving a major YouTuber. The investigation was led by CoffeeZilla and Zach XBT, both well known for exposing fraud and questionable practices in the crypto space. They examined KSI's activity involving 3 tokens, XCAD, ERN, and Pussy, and argued that each followed a similar pattern. KSI publicly promoted the token, interest and prices increased, and he then sold his holdings shortly afterward. KSI defended himself by saying he was simply bad at crypto investing. He claimed that whenever he publicly supported a token, its price tended to move against him, so he sometimes tweeted the opposite of what he actually intended to do.
He says, "I don't really remember the details of every transaction I made. These were coins I put my own money in, thinking they would do well. I would listen to what people said on Twitter and just follow stuff. I invested in Doge, etc. I didn't have malicious intent in trying to scam. I was new to crypto, so I was excited, putting money in random things and trying to chase the pumps, and ultimately lost heavily. I hope people didn't take advice or tweets as gold, because looking back at my track record, I was effing dog shit. I wish I was an evil genius that would pump and dump at the right time, because then at least people would say that I had some wit about me. Reality is I was just shit at crypto."
Critics found this explanation unconvincing, arguing that someone with millions of followers would understand the influence his endorsements could have on a token's price, especially when the same pattern appeared across multiple cryptocurrencies. Prime and the children. After the crypto controversy, KSI faced another wave of criticism over Prime, the beverage company he co-founded with Logan Paul. Much of the criticism focused on the company's marketing toward children and the health concerns surrounding its energy drink. Prime launched in 2022 as a hydration drink marketed as a healthier alternative to soft drinks. Backed by KSI and Logan Paul's enormous audiences, it became an instant success, with bottles selling out worldwide and even being resold at inflated prices. However, controversy grew after the release of Prime Energy. Each can of Prime Energy contained 200 milligrams of caffeine, more than Red Bull, 80 milligrams, and Monster Energy, 160 milligrams.
I love it. It's sick. It's like Red Bull, but tastes nicer. It's like Monster, but tastes better. Like, that's just it. And I'm not even trying to come at you like, yo, oh, I own Prime. Like, Prime is the best. Da, da, da. Like, this is just me being honest. Especially the American version. Because that's 200 mg. Like, that shit gets me hyped up, bro. That's the shit I need. In England, it's all 120, 130. Off, man. I need more milligrams. Give me the caffeine. I do love caffeine.
Critics argued that a highly caffeinated product was being heavily promoted by creators whose audiences included millions of children and teenagers. Reports also emerged of children experiencing medical emergencies after consuming the drink, including a child in Wales who suffered cardiac arrest. In response, schools across the UK, Canada, and Australia banned Prime Energy from their campuses. Racial slur. By 2023, KSI KSI had largely rebuilt his image. He had boxed Logan Paul twice, earned platinum music success, helped make Prime a massive brand, and was reportedly in talks with the BBC to headline his own entertainment show. But during a Sidemen countdown parody, one moment threatened to undo years of rebuilding. While playing the word game, KSI formed and said a 4-letter racial slur targeting Pakistani and South Asian people. He said it without hesitation, and the other Sidemen members laughed. The video was uploaded, but once the clip spread online, it sparked immediate backlash from the South Asian community.
Alright, JJ and Harry. I'm not, no. Let's hear your thoughts.
Look, we need points in it, alright? I don't
I
don't mean this maliciously, but the words Sorry, I'm sorry. Look, we need points. I don't. Guys, come on.
Can we have a backup? We have a backup. We have a backup one.
I don't think that's in the dictionary.
I'm looking, Sidemen. You wouldn't give points to racism, would you?
Pakistani is in the dictionary.
Yeah, that is the start. Come on, man. No.
Sadly, it's not.
Oh, it's hard to say like a difference.
As I said, if you can convince me it's a real word. Oh my god! Go on then.
Look, there's quite a few videos I can whip out.
JJ, stop digging.
No,
we're gonna give you 0 points.
Many of whom explained that the slur had been used against them for decades in schools, workplaces, and public spaces. For them, it was far more than an offensive joke. The consequences were swift. The BBC reportedly ended discussions about KSI's planned entertainment show, with reports describing internal crisis talks over the controversy. KSI also stepped away from social media and later visited both a mosque and a gurdwara, appearing to educate himself about the communities he had offended. KSI apologized soon afterward.
In a recent video, I used a racial term that is offensive to so many, especially in the South Asian community. There were no excuses for what I said. And I recognize I've caused a lot of hurt and disappointment to so many people that look up to me. And my ignorance has only reinforced the negative stereotypes that have existed for way too long in this country.
Saying there was no excuse for using the slur, and admitting he had been messing up a lot lately. His visits to the mosque and gurdwara were viewed by many as an effort to better understand the harm he had caused, rather than simply issuing a public apology. However, critics argued that the incident was difficult to excuse. KSI grew up in the UK, attended Berkhamsted School, and had spent years in British media, where the history and impact of the slur are widely understood. Some also questioned why the other Sidemen laughed instead of reacting with discomfort, suggesting the environment had become too casual around language that should never have been treated as acceptable. Lunchly. Prime had already put KSI in the middle of a serious conversation about whether influencers should be selling health products to children. A reasonable person coming out of that situation might have decided to be more careful about the next consumer product they attached their name to. KSI went in the opposite direction. In September 2024, he partnered with Logan Paul and Mr. Beast to launch Lunchly, a prepackaged meal product designed to compete directly with Lunchables. And the rollout immediately became one of the most criticized business moves of his career.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar. Whoa. Feastables Crunch Bar. Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. Ooh. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar. Turkey Stack 'em. 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
The product itself was built around existing brands the three creators already own. Each Lunchly pack came with a Prime drink, a Feastables chocolate bar from Mr. Beast, and a small portion of actual food in 3 varieties: a pizza option, a turkey stack, and Fiesta nachos.
Whoa! Watch where you're going!
You watch where you're going!
No, you watch where you're going!
Ooh! Whoa! Watch where you're going! You watch where you're going! No, you watch where you're going! Ooh! Whoa! Watch where you're going! You watch where you're going! You watch where you're going!
Whoa! Watch where you're going! You watch where you're going! No, you watch where you're going! Ooh! Lunchly!
Lunchly!
The marketing leaned heavily into the idea that Lunchly was a healthier, better alternative to Lunchables, which had faced its own scrutiny over ingredient quality and had even been flagged for lead contamination in some products. The trio positioned themselves as fixing a broken market, giving kids something better than what already existed. The internet was not buying it.
And we just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th, 2024. And today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe, especially like kids that are so young. They may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it. I saw a picture circulating about mold, but I didn't know if it was fake or, you know, I just had heard about it, but this is real, you guys.
And there's mold.
Why is there mold in the Lunchly?
Oh my god.
Let me get it back.
It's actually disgusting.
Epic ingredients.
The moment that ignited everything was a single tweet from Dan TDM. For context, Dan TDM is one of the most genuinely respected creators in the YouTube space. He built his entire brand around Minecraft content aimed at children, he has maintained a clean reputation for over a decade, and he is not someone known for starting drama or inserting himself into other people's business. When he speaks, his audience listens, and his audience is enormous. On September 16th, 2024, he posted that he could not stay quiet anymore. He wrote that what the Lunchly trio were doing was selling stuff for the sake of making money, simple, and that they were selling crap to kids who did not know better than to trust the people selling it to them. The tweet got 600,000 likes. The internet overwhelmingly sided with him immediately. Logan Paul responded first, pointing out that Dan TDM had promoted his own branded merchandise and subscription snack boxes in the past, including a product called Munch Pack aimed at kids, and challenging him on the inconsistency. Mr. Beast took a more measured approach, laying out nutritional comparisons between Lunchly and Lunchables, and arguing that his product had fewer calories, less sugar, and higher quality ingredients. Then KSI responded, and his response was the most telling of the three. He dug up a 9-year-old video of Dan TDM promoting a product aimed at young audiences, called him a dumb YouTuber publicly, and told him that rather than complaining and crying and trying to cancel someone for creating a product, the simple solution was to just not buy it.
Sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? At this point, his fans imploded.
The problem with KSI's response was not just the tone, though the tone was bad, it was the substance. Dan TDM's criticism was not that influencers should never have businesses, it was that packaging a Prime drink and a Feastables chocolate bar around a tiny portion of food and selling it to children as a nutritious lunch option is ethically questionable when your entire brand reach is built on a young audience that trusts you. The health case for Lunchly being a genuinely better option than Lunchables was nowhere near as clean as the marketing suggested. The Deji feud. Public feuds are common on YouTube, but KSI's conflict with his younger brother Deji became one of the platform's most personal and uncomfortable family disputes. What began with an argument on Christmas Eve 2018 escalated into a months-long public feud that involved their parents, relationships, and private family issues.
You'd expect him to always be on your side in anything you do. You expect family to always be, your number one priority, but with my brother, that's never ever been the case. My brother puts friends first, and the thing is, this isn't fake. I'm actually being genuine with you. He always puts friends first, and then family, and it just doesn't make any sense. A lot of you guys, you probably already see this, that, he always puts friends first over family, and this has been going on for years. So a lot of you guys have been mentioning, because you showed his bank statement, he's pissed off. No, that's minor. That's minuscule. Let me give you an example, okay? He's completely blocked me on social media and texts everything. He's blocked me out of everything.
The brothers had long lived in each other's shadow, with KSI achieving fame first, and Deji building his own successful channel afterward. During the Christmas Eve argument at their family home, Deji reportedly kicked KSI out, while KSI allegedly threatened to smash Deji's computer and break down his door. As the feud continued, Deji made several serious allegations. He claims KSI had pursued women he had feelings for, including one he said he loved, and accused his brother of never supporting or defending him, either privately with their parents or publicly online. Deji also revealed that the conflict had severely affected his mental health and said he had experienced suicidal thoughts. Deji later uploaded a 45-minute video describing what he viewed as years of bullying and feeling overshadowed by his older brother. He argued that the public image of two successful brothers hid a much more painful private relationship.
I couldn't explain, because I have done nothing but support my brother in everything. Brother's meant to stick by you no matter what. Have your back no matter what. Family sticks by you.
KSI also responded publicly, with both brothers continuing to release videos and social media posts that exposed increasingly personal family matters. Rather than resolving the conflict privately, they turned it into content for millions of viewers, encouraging fans to take sides and further escalating the situation. The feud highlighted a criticism that has followed KSI throughout his career, that he sometimes struggles to separate personal conflicts from content creation. The Sidemen split. If the Deji feud showed KSI's willingness to burn personal relationships for content, the Sidemen situation showed he was willing to do the same thing to his professional ones. And what makes this entry unique on the list is that it actually happened twice. Once in 2017 and once in 2026. And somehow the second time was worse than the first. Let's start with 2017. In August of that year, KSI tweeted that he was leaving the Sidemen, citing conflicts with Ethan Payne, known online as Bazinga, as the main reason. The announcement sent shockwaves through the YouTube community, because the Sidemen at that point were the biggest creator group in the UK, possibly in the world, and KSI was the face of it. Fans immediately picked sides. Diss tracks were made. The drama ran for months and generated enormous amounts of content and conversation across every platform. It felt like a genuine collapse of one of YouTube's most successful partnerships. Then KSI admitted it was fake, or at least partially fake.
It was fake, motherfuckers! You mad? Huh? You mad, bro? You mad, sis?
He said openly that the drama was meant to be manufactured, that it was supposed to be a planned content moment that got out of hand.
Start a fake beef with someone much more famous than yourself.
Nah, he would do that.
Nah, bro. It was meant to be fake, and then it got fucking real, bro. Harry ruined it. Harry fucking ruined the whole thing.
Bro, can you not tell it hurt? Listen to him.
This motherfucker, it was meant to be me and you, Ethan, and that was it.
The audience that had spent months emotionally invested in the fallout, picking sides, watching diss tracks, genuinely worrying about whether the group was finished, they had been played. The entire thing had been engineered for engagement, and the only reason it escalated beyond what was planned was because one of the members did not stick to the script. That is a significant breach of trust with an audience that had given those creators years of loyalty and genuine emotional investment. But 2017 looks almost forgivable compared to what happened in 2026. Because in May of this year, KSI did it again. Except this time it was real, it was permanent, and the way he handled it was arguably worse than anything else on this list. On May 31st, 2026, KSI posted a video titled, "I'm Leaving the Sidemen." He described it as the hardest video he had ever had to make in his life. He said he had gone back and forth on the decision for a very long time, that nothing bad had happened between him and the other members, and that the Sidemen deserved someone who could give 100%. He framed the entire thing around burnout, work-life balance, and needing time for his family and his partner. Emotional, considered, and on the surface, entirely reasonable. The problem was what the Sidemen said immediately after. Their statement confirmed that the news came as a surprise to them. Not a managed transition, not a conversation that had been building for months with all 7 members involved. A surprise.
You may have seen the news that has just been dropped. I didn't know that video was going out now, so I'm expecting a lot of people to just ask me about.
These were people KSI had made content with for over 13 years. People he described in his own farewell video as his second family. And he announced his departure to the public before telling them directly. He let them find out the same way his audience did. Then the interview surfaced, and it changed everything. After leaving, KSI gave interviews in which a very different version of his reasoning began to emerge.
It's always like a Harry Styles, you know, in One Direction, or a Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You could argue I am that of the Sidemen.
Is anyone near? Speed walks down the road.
I show Speed as a person is more famous.
And I disagree.
Sure.
Like, it's like, okay, who do you think's more famous? Me or Speed?
Mate,
You're mental, bro.
He said he gets more views than all of the Sidemen in a single month. He said he wants to reach actual goals. He said he needs to be bigger than Mr. Beast and I Show Speed. The burnout narrative, the family time, the work-life balance, all of that started looking like the public-facing version of a decision that was actually driven by something much simpler. The Sidemen were not growing fast enough for him. They were a ceiling, and he wanted to blow past it. KSI later posted a follow-up statement on Instagram, directly addressing the remaining Sidemen members, acknowledging that some of them were angry, saying, "I know you're all grieving in your own way because of my decision, but you knew it was coming for a while." That last part, "you knew it was coming," landed badly, because their own public statements had already confirmed they did not know. He was asking them to accept a version of events that contradicted what they had already told the world. That is a strange thing to do to people you spent 13 years building something with. Thick of It. In October 2024, KSI released Thick of It, timing the song to capitalize on the attention surrounding the Lunchley and Dan TDM controversy. While the strategy made sense from a marketing perspective, the song itself was met with overwhelming ridicule and quickly became one of the internet's biggest memes of the year.
Pull any Disney movie with the chase scene, any Disney movie right now. I'm gonna show y'all some shit real quick. The new boss.
The track received an overwhelmingly negative response. Comment sections, TikTok, and YouTube filled with parody videos, reaction clips, and memes mocking the song's lyrics, production, and delivery. Rather than becoming a hit, Thick of It became known more as an internet joke than a successful release. Instead of accepting the criticism, KSI argued that the backlash was simply engagement from haters, and that people misunderstood what he was trying to do. Critics felt this missed the point, as much of the criticism focused on the quality of the song itself, rather than KSI's personal controversies. The situation escalated further when KSI's team issued copyright claims against creators and streamers who used the song in parody videos and reaction content. Many videos were demonetized or removed, leading to criticism that KSI was trying to suppress mockery rather than respond to it.